Yes, sir.
How, if I had a series LLC, 3 houses each with, different series, and the intent was they were each generating income and wanted to grow the series LLC by adding additional houses, how would I transfer the money that's from each series, without it being still liable for that series? How would I transfer that money out?
Yeah, well, I think there are different ways of doing that. I think, oops. I'll tell you one way that I've done it is I've actually had a series that has been my financial company, my internal bank series. Okay, and so what happens is, as other series create excess cash, I sweep it into my internal bank series, and so I got cash parked there, right? And it then is in a position where it can internally loan money to other series for new investment, and I actually document those, right? I mean, I sort of treat it like a little internal bank. I got loan documentation between the other series, and I document when those loans get paid back, and they can then redeploy that capital in other series and other investments. That's one way of doing it.
How does the money leave the series in the first place?
Oh, yeah.
When then I thought that was the whole point.
Well, so the series, when the series has excess cash to distribute, it distributes to the owners, right? Who are then able to either reloan money or recontribute money as equity back to the LLC to go in other series if it wants to. Yes, sir.
Got multiple investments.
Hang on a second.
Sorry.
Get this microphone situation.
Thank you. Like a lot of folks in here, I've got some really good investments and some really bad ones. And this seems like a perfect vehicle for protecting my good investments from possible losses, huge losses on my bad investments. Is that possible, or is that being a jerk and getting into the veil piercing we discussed earlier?
So that's a great question. So let's say, for example, that you got let's say you got 5 existing properties that each have mortgages on them, okay? And they're all in one LLC right now. If you then put those 5, if you then create this as a series LLC and associate each one of those properties with a separate series, you're not going to limit the ability of existing creditors who are on the books before you did that conversion to get at everything. You see what I'm saying? You can't sort of unilaterally impose on people to whom you already have an obligation the benefits of this series ownership. What this would be beneficial for is if you make a new mortgage, right? If you refinance one of them, if you put them in a series and you refinance one of the mortgages with a new mortgage, and you make it clear in those loan documents that the borrower is Series A of this LLC, right? Then that's where the benefit would come in on that front. The lender, if the lender is on the job and understands things, is, among other things it's going to ask for, maybe guarantees of that series loan by the other series. You see what I'm saying? But I mean, at the high level answer to your question is yes. When you get down to a granular level, as a practical matter, depending on the circumstances, it may take time to phase in those benefits, and depending on who you're dealing with, you may or may not get the full benefit of that strategy. Yes, sir.
Annual cost of a series versus a regular.
Yeah, the annual maintenance cost, I mean, you're going to have, well, as compared to this structure, less, okay? As compared to just a plain vanilla LLC, you're going to have more. You have to have K1s for each one of these separate series. So, I mean, there's that. The annual sort of stuff you got to file with the state of Tennessee is not really anymore. So it's I think it's basically going to be sort of whatever internal administrative cost you sustain or headaches you got in kind of keeping up with it, and then paying your accountant a little more money every year. Yes, ma'am.
Is there an issue if Is there an issue if I purchase a series with personal funds and then I just use a quick claim deed to transfer it into the LLC? Because let's say I acquired some monetary gain and it was personal funds, but I really wanted it under the LLC, so then I just use a quick claim deed to transfer it to the LLC.
So as I understand your question is what happens if I buy a property with personal money and the property's titled in my name, and I then create a series LLC and quit claim that particular piece of property to one of the series, okay? I think that from the day you quit claim the property going forward, I think you're gonna get the sort of the benefit of the liability protection. Again, if the property were already subject to some obligation, or somebody were already owed money, I don't think you can sort of unilaterally do something that's gonna prejudice the position of folks who were already in line before you create a series.
No
Yeah,
issues,
yeah,
no
yeah,
issues.
good,
Okay.
good. All right, what else? Yes, sir.
Ever seen one of those in an IRA?
I have not. I don't even know how that would work. Yeah. Again, just to sort of close on this, to me, I think the time that I would really think about this would be if I had an LLC that had 20 properties in it, and you know, this is an issue for you, and you know you're never going to do that, and you're not, and you're not going to lose, you know, you're not going to lose a terrible amount of sleep about this liability issue anyway, but you sort of say, you know, with some work and some spit and polish, a little extra administrative work every year, I can improve my risk profile somewhat. You know, I do think it's an idea worth thinking about. All right. Thank you all very, very, very much. Really appreciate it.